Here we're back on the back side of our practice test for 7475. Let's take a look at number 13. We have a binomial times binomial. Remember, numbers outside the radical multiply by numbers outside the radical. So I get 12. And then the inside the radical numbers also multiply to give me 15. Outside times outside, I get 9 square roots of 25. Inside times inside, I get 8 square roots of 9. And last times last, I get 6 square roots of 15. Now notice that I didn't do any simplifying as I was foiling. We're going to reserve that for our second step here. I see I have a 12 square roots of 15 and a 6 square roots of 15. If I put those together, I get 18 square roots of 15. I'm also going to do some simplifying on these. The square root of 25 is 5. 5 times the 9 gives me 45. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 times the 8 that's already there is 24. And so when I write my answer, I'm going to write 18 square roots of 15 plus I get 69. On number 14, we're foiling again, so I'm going to have 2 square roots of 7 plus 3 times 2 square roots of 7 plus 3. When I FOIL that out, I get 4 square roots of 49. Outside, outside gives me 6 root 7. Inside, inside gives me 6 root 7. And last times last gives me 9. Thing to simplify here is that square root of 49 is equal to 7. So 4 times 7 is 28 plus the 9 gives me 37. And then 6 root 7 plus 6 root 7 gives me 12 root 7. So I'm going to write that in the blank as 12 root 7. Number 15, we're supposed to rationalize the denominator. If you notice that the 3 and the 12 divide into each other, we can certainly rewrite that as 3 over 12. And when I simplify that, I get the square root of 1/4. And if I simplify that to square root of 1 over the square root of 4, I get 1/2. On number 6, to rationalize this one, I'm going to have to multiply both top and bottom by the square root of 6, which gives me 3 square roots of 6 over 6. And you notice that we can simplify here, and I get square root of 6 over 2, simplifying the 3 and the 6 to 1/2. On number 17, we can either multiply both top and bottom by square root of 18, or I can simplify this to 3 root 2. We've already simplified the square root of 18 on this practice test. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to change this to 9 times 2, which is 3 root 2. Now 3's are okay in the denominator. I only need to worry about that square root of 2. So I'm going to multiply both top and bottom by the square root of 2. And I get, on top, I get 10 root 4 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. 2 times the 3 is 6. And simplifying further, I get square root of 4 is 2. I get 20 over 6, which simplifies to 10/3. It appears as if I would have written a fraction here. Let's do it another way. 10's on top. 2 over 18, I can simplify that as 10 over 1 square root of 1/9 times the square root of 1/9, which gives me 10 times the square root of 1, which is 1, over 1 times the square root of 9, which is 3, and that gave me 10/3 also. Number 18, a couple ways to do that one. Number 18, since we have a binomial on the bottom, we have to multiply by the conjugate. My conjugate is the same terms with the opposite sign. So on top, when I distribute my 2, I'm going to get 2 root 3 plus 12 over the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is the square root of 9. Remember, when you multiply by a conjugate, the middle terms go away. Inside times inside, I get negative 6 root 3. Outside times outside, I get positive 6 root 3. So they're going to go away. And my last times last is negative 36. Square root of 9 is 3. So I can rewrite my answer as 2 root 3 plus 12 all over negative 33. Let's take a look at number 19. On this one, my conjugate is going to be 3 plus the square root of 3 plus the square root of 5. So I'm going to multiply that by both the top and the bottom. On the top, I get square root of 6 plus the square root of 10 plus 2 square roots of 18, and then plus 2 square roots of 30. All over the square root of 9, inside, inside, outside, outside, plus square root of 15 minus square root of 15, they are going to go away, minus the square root of 25. Simplify that to a 3, simplify that to a 5. I get 3 minus 5 is negative 2. So I'm going to write in my blank the square root of 6 plus the square root of 10 plus 2, oops, got to simplify the square root of 18, don't I? That's the same as 9 times 2. Square root of 9 is 3. Times that out there gives me a 6 root 2. And then the 2 square roots of 30, which can't be simplified because that's a factor of 2, a factor of 3, and a factor of 5. No doubles, so we can't bring them out. All over negative 2. On our last one here, again, we have a binomial in the bottom, so let's multiply by our conjugate. Square root x plus 2 root 2. Square root x plus 2 root 2. On the top, when I multiply, I'm going to get the square root of 18x. 18 times x is 18x. And plus 2 square roots of 36. On the bottom, square root of x squared, inside, inside, outside, outside, will go away because they are conjugates, minus 4 root 4. Well, let's simplify what we can on this one before we write it in the blank. Again, the square root of 18, we've had that a couple times already. We know that is 9 times 2. The 9 comes out as a 3, and so I have 3 root 2x. The square root of 36 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. On the bottom, square root of x squared is x, and 4 is 2. 4 times negative 4 times 2 gives me negative 8. And let's put that in the blank. Good luck on your test.